In today's video, we're going to be designing and building this website for this Airbnb style cabin. Everything from meeting with the client, designing it in Figma, and then building it with Claude Code. Let's go. Now the client here is actually my beautiful fiance Rosie, who's helped me out by playing client today, but imagine this is an actual meeting, and at this point I'm just trying to get an idea of what she needs for her website. I've had the meeting with the client and I have a pretty good idea of what they want now, so it's time to jump into Figma and work on the design. Okay, so here are some assets that we got from the client. This is their logo here, and then we have these images which are of the cabin. Drag this in here, and we'll take our logo as well, copy this, and we'll paste this in here. Drag this up here, and then let's create a frame around this as well. And we'll grab this text and we'll duplicate this out. Color, brown color here, corner radius all the way up. We'll drop in this little burger icon here. So there's our menu, right? We'll take this text here, we'll duplicate this down. Let's do like a really bold type here. Maybe so it's touching like that. That's kind of cool. Then what we could do is we could draw a shape around this cabin here. The edges are just what we need to make sure we've got right. So something like that. And then if we make sure that this is like a solid shape, then what we could do is we'll select both of these and then we'll go up here and then we'll do subtract. Then we can increase the opacity back on this because now we see what we're doing. Let's make this a gradient. So we'll do gradient like this. Then let's reduce the opacity of this, something like that. Let's choose like a slightly warmer, like very subtle. We don't want to do anything like that, but we want to have like this look like it's kind of like reflecting on some of the natural light of the scene. You know, that's quite cold. This looks like it's kind of in the image a little bit more. I'm going to do a big rectangle here, and I'm going to choose the circle tool as well. And I'm going to make a big circle just in the middle of that. Select both of those shapes there. And then we'll go up here and then we'll do subtract. This to black, and then let's go effects, layer blur, and then let's just boost this all the way up. We can get like a sort of natural like vignette, but we just want to be able to kind of like draw the eye to this sort of center part. And then let's put in this, a lakeside cabin built for slow mornings. And we're going to add in these little icons here because I think these are the sort of main stuff you want to know as soon as how many people does it sleep? What sort of amenities does it have? Let's just make some boxes here. And then let's just make this sort of staggered pattern like this. And then we'll add in this text here as well, just like that. Now I'm going to fast forward a little bit here. After a little while of designing the site, this is what we've got. And this page is sort of serving just as a visual landing page, just to kind of show off the property and make it look really nice. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down here to dev mode, and we can copy this example prompt using the MCP. And we're going to bring this over and build it in Claude Code. And I've got this prompt here. Make a new folder for this site called Rosewood Cabins. Implement this design, and then this is our design straight from Figma. Let's start section by section, starting with the hero. Let's use a 1400 pixel max width wrapper, 8 pixel spacing sizing system, and then let's use Astro for the build. Now let's run it. So after a few minutes, Claude has now done its thing, and this is our hero section that has now been coded. Now, it's a little bit buggy because I've kind of baked in this background hero image, which we might change up how we do this, but as a starting point, this is looking pretty good. It's going to take some tweaks to kind of get like sizing and stuff down. I'm going to say continue on with the rest of the sections of the website. Before I go any further, I want to show you guys more about how this build actually started, because there's an extra reason that Claude knows exactly what this project needs. Earlier when I met up with the client and we were just talking through everything, talking about the style, the vibe, the pages, the flow, it was a normal in-person meeting, but my phone was running Granola the whole time. Granola transcribes in-person conversations directly. I turn it on for my meetings and no one even knows it's running. After the meeting, it turns everything we discussed into a clean summary. Actionable items, priorities, the full brief, all structured and ready to go. But get this, because Granola has an MCP connector, Claude Code has access to all of that right here in my workflow. So when I need to check, does this match exactly what the client has asked for, I just ask Claude. And then Claude pulls directly from these notes that Granola made. The initial client meeting literally became part of the build. If you guys want to check out Granola and you want to start taking better notes, and check out the link in the description, you can currently get your first month free. Thank you to Granola for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the build. And then after a few more minutes, it has now done the rest of the site, all of the sections, which matches the Figma extremely well. That's just the starting point of getting our design over into code. This is so good. And if we resize it down, it is also responsive as well. We didn't even design a mobile version for this, but it stacks down very nicely so far. Let's make our hero image max width 1600 pixels, but fade the edges to black on the sides, position it so it's always positioned at the top. And the reason we're playing with this is because we want the client to have control over adding these images in. Like if you're watching this, you're probably thinking, well, you know, you could cut out the cabin. The cabin could be like a separate PNG, and then you could stack like actual dynamic text behind this so it's all controlled. And then you could do like some cool parallax effects and stuff. But the downsides of that is you have like quite a big image that is now a PNG. So that's going to be like a decent file size. It becomes a little bit fiddly. You have more control over it, but then like at the expense of it being a bit more complex, and then also just like a higher file size. So I kind of want to find the best of both worlds. I want to fix the lines on this section. Pretty much just saying that I don't want the lines to clip. I think it's getting clipped where the padding is. Now I want to get this little gallery section actually functioning. So I'm going to say, use the images we currently have in our assets folder and label them appropriately. Each arrow click should change both images. And then now it has done just that, which is really cool because like, what it does is like, because we've already used these images up here, they're already in our folder. So it reuses all of them, but because it's AI, because it's smart, it's even like tagged it with the appropriate thing. So like it knows that's a wood stove, it knows that this is a living room, and that is just super cool. I kind of have this idea, and I don't know if this will work, but I want to have this like hero image kind of take up the full screen and then kind of scale back into where it is currently. So it's kind of like acts as like a bit of a loader, even though it's the biggest asset on the page, but it like fills the screen and then it like shrinks back into there, and then this stuff all kind of comes up. So we're going to say, I want to add some tasteful animations. All sections should appear in nicely and appropriately. And I also want our hero to act kind of as a loader to the page. I want that hero image to appear full screen, height and width, and then scale down into its position where it sits currently. This triggers before all the other elements animate. Is it going to manage? I don't know. Okay, so this is what it's looking like now, and how cool is that? So it starts off like really big, and then it goes, and then the rest of the page is all animated as well. You can see this is all subtly animating in, and that looks so good. I'm going to make a few more little tweaks to this, and we'll get it ready for the next steps in the process of getting it live. So I made some changes, and this is what we have. So I've resized the hero image, and I think that's sitting a lot nicer now. We now have this, which is super cool. Expanded navigation, and you know, you can click on these to see their other properties. If we scroll down here, this is now like a cool like infinite ticker that goes across the page like that. Go down here, this is all working, and on mobile it now looks like this. And then if I wanted to put it live, I would say let's push this to a GitHub repo and then deploy to Cloudflare Pages, which means I'd be able to host it for free, and then I could connect a domain name to it. Now this website's not fully finished. We don't technically have like a back end. If we wanted to add a CMS, which if this was a website for a real client, we would want to add a CMS, and that allows them to be able to edit their content, add different properties and pages based off the sort of structures and systems that we've set with them. Then for that, you could use something like Sanity CMS. Now I have a video on how to add Sanity to an Astro project, so very similar to this. There's a link up here if you want to check how to add that CMS. But if you guys are interested in the full workflow start to finish, everything from getting a client through the branding, web design, building out using these AI workflows, then you could join my upcoming course. If you guys are interested in that, check out the link here. If you guys like this video, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys soon with another video.